What's going on, y'all? It's 2KJ. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. I'm doing a realistic rebuild of the Houston Rockets, where the goal is to win a championship within the first 3 seasons, although it might take a little bit longer than that. This team needs a lot of help, man, but that's exactly what I'm here to provide. If I can't win in the first 3 seasons, then the video won't end until eventually I do. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. 80% of y'all watching these videos are not subscribed, so if you could hit that button, it'd really mean a lot to me, man, as I continue to try to grow this channel. But without any further ado, it's time to get into this video.
Let's get it.
So the Houston Rockets are one of the worst teams in the league. They are in full rebuild mode, 18-56 on the season. Let's take a very quick look here at the standings. We are here in start today mode, and yeah, you got to come all the way down to the bottom. Like we said, 18-56, 31.5 games behind the Denver Nuggets for the top spot. Yeah, this team is trying to get Victor Wembanyama. That is the ultimate goal. Second worst record in the league. You know, there's also guys like Scoot Henderson, Brandon Miller. This is a really good draft class, man. So if the Rockets can cement themselves in that bottom 3, get a tie for the best percentage for the top pick, then I think they'd be in a really good spot. And that's really the only instance when they're in a good spot, because when you take a look at this roster, man, yeah, this is the perfect example of how having young players doesn't mean you necessarily have a good group of young players. I mean, there's talent here, without a doubt. Kevin Porter Jr. definitely being one of them. He's 22 years old, 6'4", really good size for a guard. And I mean, on paper, the stats look good, right? 19 points per game, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. We round up around here. Even shooting the league average from deep, 43.6%. Jalen Green, another really talented guy, former 2nd overall pick from 2 years ago. Yeah, 21 years old, 22 points per game, a career high, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Shooting the ball not so well, but still a lot of talent. There's just a lot of really talented young players on this squad, and yet it hasn't really gelled to where they have any sort of like structure, team identity, discipline, any of that. As we continue to go down the list here, Kenyon Martin Jr., I do like him, 22 years old, former 2nd round pick. Definitely getting some good production out of him. 13 points per game this season, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Actually has been shooting a 3-ball really well in the previous seasons here, above league average. This year, a little bit of a dip, which is fine. They also got Jabari Smith Jr. This is the former 3rd overall pick in the most recent draft. Kind of got off to a slow start to the year. Granted, not really put into the best situation for all the reasons we just said. Not a whole lot of structure here in Houston. And he's somebody who didn't really come in like NBA ready in terms of his scoring, as we could see here, not shooting the ball well at all, but has really had some good stretches as of late post All-Star break. Let's go ahead and take a very quick look at the splits here. Yeah, before the All-Star break, 12 points per game. Since then, he's up to 15, contributing a little bit more on the glass, even assisting the ball a little bit more, but most importantly, shooting the ball a lot more efficiently, man. Look at that. A big uptick. Even 3-point percentage, pretty much a league average. So there's definitely some cause for optimism when it comes to Jabari Smith Jr. I'm still a believer in him. Then you got Alperen Sengun. This is somebody who is 20 years old. Again, you guys are seeing the theme here. It is such a young team, man. There's a lot of potential here. 15 points per game, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting the ball well from the floor. You know, he's somebody who you can even play your offense through. I mean, he can handle the ball really well, pass well for his size at 6'11". So he's a really intriguing prospect. Definitely somebody that I'm going to keep my eye on during this rebuild process. Also got Tari Eason. I mean, there are so many young guys. Tari Eason here, 21 years old. Yeah, he's somebody who I like a lot. Able to defend multiple positions, able to knock down the 3-ball. I think he's a really good 3-and-D type guy, 6'8", so we can play the 3 or the 4. And like I said, defends multiple positions, which is really nice. Josh Christopher, this is somebody who hasn't really had the best year this season. As you take a look at the stats here, it's nothing impressive. And that 3-point shot, man, got even worse from last year, which was already not great at 29.6%. I mean, this guy was killing it in the most recent summer league in Vegas. And I was thinking, man, he's due for a breakout year off the bench. It just hasn't really happened for him this year. Now, granted, he hasn't gotten a whole lot of opportunities, 11.6 minutes per game, but that's also because he's not playing too well. So he's still a 75 overall, 21 years old, obviously a lot of time, a 1st-round pick from 2021. Hopefully he'll be able to progress and have a bigger role in our rotation moving forward. Then you got Usman Garuba, another really young guy, 21 years old, 1st-round pick from 2 years ago. Not a whole lot of opportunities either, but still a bit of an undersized center, but somebody who can really contribute on the glass. I mean, look at this, 12 rebounds per game, with his per 36. That's really nice to see. And it was actually up to 12.5 last season. So he's definitely capable of playing above his size, which is nice. You got to be as a 6'8 center. Also got Jayshawn Tate. This is actually like the veteran of the group, or one of them, I guess. 27 years old. Yeah, mostly defense. I mean, he's a good defender. Can defend multiple positions, but not a great shooter, as you can see here, which is a little bit concerning. That obviously limits how much we can use him. Then we got Frank Kaminsky. This is another veteran on the squad, technically, I guess. Yeah, 29 years old. Boban, I think, is officially the oldest guy. Yeah, 34 years old. Can't imagine there's anybody older. And actually, never mind. I forgot. They recently signed DJ Augustine, which actually, I really like this addition. Obviously not for the production, because you're not expecting a whole lot out of DJ Augustine, but I think this team really needs veterans, man. They really need structure in order to steer these young guys in the right direction, and DJ Augustine is a pro's pro, so I really like that addition. And that's definitely something that I'm going to bring up here later in a 3-year game plan once I do the breakdown for that, is I really think this team needs structure, man, and guys like DJ Augustine obviously help. Then you got Ty Washington. This guy is a late first-round pick from last season. And you also got this guy, whose first name I'm not even going to butcher, but Deshaun, I don't know, Knicks here from the G League Ignite, undrafted from 2 years ago. So that is rounding out the rotation, man. And speaking of that 3-year game plan, let's go ahead and get into it. So for the first season, which is next year, per usual, we are here in start today mode. So we're already past the trade deadline. Because of that, this year isn't going to count. So the 3-year rebuild starts next season, and the goal for the first season is to just bring in veterans and add structure, man. I mentioned it with DJ Augustine. This team needs structure desperately, because right now they're really not playing with any identity, any sort of direction, and I think bringing in some veteran guys, there's a lot of value in that, man, and I think that's kind of gotten lost as of late in the league, where you feel like you can just get a really young team and they'll just all develop together and it'll all be great. That doesn't happen, man. You need guys who can show them the ropes, and I think we need a lot more than just DJ Augustine, although that's a really good start. Then for season number 2, I want to trim the young core. I just mentioned it. Just because you have young guys does not mean you have a good young core. There are so many young guys on this team, and there's just not going to be enough room for all of them to develop. So we have to decide which ones are really going to be a part of our future, and the ones that aren't, they still have some value in the trade market, so we can use them to possibly bring some different guys in. So that's the goal for the second season. And then for the third season, man, similar to all my other realistic rebuilds, it's kind of just dependent on how the team's doing. If I feel like we're a little bit ahead of the timeline, then maybe I'll make a splash. That's the plan right now, because I do know that 2K loves the Houston Rockets in simulation. So by the third season, we might be competitive, and if that's the case, then we're going to make a move to try to win now. But if we're not in that position, then that's also totally fine. I'm fully prepared to do a rebuild here that will be more than just 3 years, and if that's the case, then we're just continuing to build a young core, stock up on draft picks, that sort of stuff will be the game plan for the third year. So that is a look at the team, man. Let's not waste any more time. We're going to simulate this regular season and just see how it plays out. So Nikola Jokic wins MVP, Paolo Banchero Rookie of the Year, Emmanuel Quickly. Does any of this concern us? It doesn't look like it does. Sometimes we see Alperen Sengun get Most Improved Player in these simulations after the first season, but this time it's Trey Murphy. Oh well, it's all good, man. Do we get any sort of recognition here? It's definitely not going to be an All-NBA team, but I'm guessing a rookie team. There we go. Jabari Smith Jr. ended up making the All-Rookie first team. Shout out to him. Again, that late surge, we're happy to see it. I don't think he'll get it in real life, as we see Tari Eason, All-Rookie second team. I think that spot will actually go to Jeremy Sochan, who's deserving of it. But hey, man, we will definitely take it here since we're in control of the Houston Rockets. Let's go ahead and check out the standings, man. Are we bottom 3 in the league? 20-62? We gotta be, surely. There we go. Okay, so we are the 3rd worst team in the league, which is all that matters. We're gonna get a 14% chance of the top pick, which hopefully will result in us getting Victor Wembanyama, man. If not, Scoot Henderson. Again, we could be like top 3, top 4, and I would still feel really good. This draft class is that nice. But let's go ahead and take a very quick look at the stats here. We kind of just did that a little while ago, so we're going to brush over this. Jalen Green, 22, 4, and 4. I'm really just looking at shooting splits to see if they shot the ball efficiently, and they didn't. Jalen Green didn't. Kevin Porter Jr. didn't. I mean, they shot league average from deep, so that's nice. But again, man, it just all comes down to like culture. That's a word I actually haven't used yet in this video. I just don't think they have a great culture going on right now. They don't have an identity. There's not a lot of discipline, and sometimes that leads to guys just shooting bad shots, which I think is the case with these two guys. Jabari Smith Jr. didn't shoot the ball efficiently either, but did his splits go up after the All-Star break? Let's go ahead and see. 16.4 points per game We like that, man. What about from deep? Hey, that's progress at the end of the day. We'll take that. And really, I'm being a little bit more lenient with Jabari Smith Jr. than guys like Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr., because they've been in the league for at least a year already, whereas Jabari Smith Jr. is still figuring out things, and he already wasn't as talented of a scorer as a guy like Jalen Green, for example. So that's why I'm a little bit more lenient. I don't want it to come across as I'm just hating on some of these guys, but hey, if I'm the GM in this situation, these are things I got to be thinking about moving forward. Kenyon Martin Jr. ended up averaging 12 and 6. That's nice. I forgot to mention Alperen Sengun, 15 and 9. That's good. But all right, we pretty much looked at all these stats already. Let's go ahead and just simulate the play-in and really just the whole playoffs, because again, this doesn't really concern us. All that we care about is the draft lottery, man, where hopefully we will get a top pick. It is the Suns and the Bucks. Okay, so the Suns bought in getting Kevin Durant, and it's paid off so far, and it gets them a championship. Devin Booker, though, getting finals MVP, not KD. I don't even think it matters, man. I'm sure Phoenix is ecstatic, so shout out to him. Did we have anybody here? Do we care about retiring? I shouldn't phrase it like that, but anybody here of, like, I guess still a high overall? Not really. Boban Marjanovic, he is trying to retire. That's fine. We're gonna let him do that. I know I was talking about making sure we keep veteran guys, but we can replace Boban. That's totally fine. All that matters, man, is this draft lottery. Are we gonna get a top pick? Let's go ahead and find out. As you can see, 14% chance, same as the Pistons, because that pick is heavily protected. It's not going to go to New York, and then also the Spurs. So let's go ahead and take this pick by pick, man, because this is a big part of the rebuild. We're in the top 5, boys. That is something. This one's supposed to go to us now, and it doesn't. Let's go. So we are in the top 4. All right, this one's supposed to go to the Spurs, and it doesn't go to us. All right, top 3. Come on, man. Come on, man. Please, let's go. Top 2 pick. Top 2 pick, man. Honestly, I'm happy with either, but I want Victor Wembanyama. All right. I thought that was going to be an epic moment, but it looks like we are getting the 2nd pick, and you know what, man? I'm not even mad at it. It goes to the Pistons. They're going to get Victor Wembanyama. I'm assuming if they pass up on him, then fire their GM. But yeah, I'm still really happy about this, man. A top 2 pick. We kind of got a decision between Scoot and Brandon Miller. We'll get into that here once we get to draft night. Let's get to it. So here we are, man. The first overall pick is Victor Wembanyama, as you would expect. And now here is the decision. Do we want to go for Brandon Miller, who's actually recommended here, or do we want to go for Scoot Henderson? I think the guy I want is Scoot Henderson, man. I really was not impressed with what I saw out of Brandon Miller in the NCAA tournament. Now, obviously, that's not the main deciding factor, but I still think the pairing up Scoot with Jalen Green in the backcourt would be really nice. And I think I already have a few wing players in mind that I want to acquire, so I'm fine with missing out on Brandon Miller. We're going to go with Scoot, man. A freak athlete. I think is going to be a really fun pairing there in the backcourt. Let's go to make that selection. Scoot Henderson, welcome to Houston. So apparently we also have the 19th pick and the 28th pick. Didn't even realize that, man. And I was talking about trying to trim down these young players. I really don't think we need these picks. See what's out there, you know, in terms of trade offers, as we can get some pretty decent players I'm seeing here. I don't know what's realistic. Let me do a little bit of digging here. So I said I had another wing player in mind, and I think that guy is OG Anunoby. Now hear me out. The Toronto Raptors already had him in trade rumors. They were shopping him around last trade deadline. Didn't end up pulling the trigger, but man, I think it really is time for them to start to at least retool. Maybe not full on hit the reset button, but start to retool. That probably begins with them moving on from Fred VanVleet. But still, I think either way, they have their forwards already set up here with Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam. They've been running OG at the 2, but they obviously already have Gary Trent Jr. as well. I just think OG is expendable, and man, what a pairing he would be with Scoot Henderson and Jalen Green. I think that would be really nice. He would provide some structure. Again, something that we were talking about, you know, a nice defensive anchor who can defend multiple positions, pick up the slack because our guards aren't the best defensively. I just think it would be a good pairing, man. And now that we brought in Scoot, KPJ is obviously expendable. So we're going to throw him in this trade along with our 19th overall pick. Let's go ahead and see if they say yes. They're saying no. Let's see. Do we got to give up this 28, man? We really don't need it at the end of the day. So we're going to throw in this as well. And there we go. OG Anunoby, welcome to the team. So Scoot ended up being a 79 overall. We like that. Actually, Brandon Miller was an 80 and he fell down to number 5. The Spurs got a nice little steal there. Let's go ahead and check out the potential because that is the really big thing here. I'm sure it's like an A, right? A minus. We'll definitely take that, man. Let's go ahead and see who we missed out on as well. So we sent this pick to the Raptors. They got Carson Wallace. who was only a 74 overall, but I do like him out of Kentucky. We also gave them the 28th overall pick. They got Kyle Filipowski. Nice. I'm really not mad about missing out on this, man. I feel like OG Anunoby is a really good pairing here. Let's come over to rookie signing. Of course, Scoot Henderson. We're going to bring him in. Let's go ahead and check out the team/player options. We have a lot of them, man. This is a result of having such a young team, is they're all going to need their contract extensions like at the same time, which is a little bit scary. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about it anytime too soon. I think we got another year or two before some of these guys actually become unrestricted free agents. Now let's go ahead and check out the qualifying offers. It's just Darius Days, and no disrespect, we're gonna let him walk. Let's come over here to free agency now. What is it looking like, man? We should have some cap space, and we do. 46.81 mil. Now I'm not gonna go crazy and try to bring in like James Harden. I did think about it, I'm not gonna lie, because obviously there's been rumors that he's interested in coming back to Houston, but we have Scoot Henderson, we have Jalen Green, so we're good on that. I do want to just maybe find a few little diamonds in the rough, man. Just some guys who, hey, we might even overpay them, at the end of the day. But that's fine because we got some money to spend. So let's go ahead and see who's out there. I think one of those guys is Naz Reid. He's an unrestricted free agent, expecting about 13 mil per year. He would be a nice backup to Alperen Sengun. So we're going to go ahead and try to do this, man. Let's go ahead and see. What are you asking for, Naz? About 12.5. We're going to knock this thing down to, let's go ahead and say, oh, I'd like to get this a little bit under 11, but I think I'm being greedy. Am I? I am. Okay, let me come back over here then. My bad, Nas. Let's go ahead and knock this thing down to like 11.25 is what we'll do for you. Cool, 3-year deal. Let's go ahead and see who else we can get. And actually, right next to him, Austin Reeves, I think would be a nice addition. His stock has been going up like crazy as of late. We're not expecting a whole lot out of him, but I think he'd be really nice off the bench for us. The only problem is he is a restricted free agent, so any offer that we give him, the Lakers would be able to match it. However, they don't have a whole lot of cap space, man. So he's expecting about 12.5, just a little bit over that. His only offer is that qualifying offer from the Lakers. So we're going to try to throw a little bit of a bag at him, man. We're going to say about 12.5 for Austin Reeves, which might seem like a lot, but again, we have money to spend, and if he could end up being a nice guy off the bench for us, then I think that would be good. He can defend a little bit as well. He can score. He can shoot the 3 ball. Let's go ahead and see if the Lakers will match it, man. So Naz Reid, Austin Reeves, cool. They both agree. Reid is, of course, the unrestricted free agent, but yeah, we're still watching for Reeves here, and it doesn't look like they are going to match it. Dope. So we have a nice addition in Austin Reeves along with Naz Reid. I feel pretty good about this offseason, man. Let's come over here to player progression and just see what the team's looking like. Hey, if you ask me, this is a W offseason, man. We drafted Scoot Henderson. We brought in OG Anunoby. We signed Naz Reid and Austin Reeves. I think this is a really good offseason, and to make it even better, Jalen Green has gone up forward to an 88 overall. We love it. Alperen Sengun up 1 to an 84. Jabari Smith Jr. up 3 to an 82. I love to see that, man. And I also love that he's an A- 3-point shooter now, which is really good. OG Anunoby stays put. A lot of these guys did here. That's totally fine. Josh Christopher goes up 1. Not really sure where he stands now since we have Austin Reeves in the mix. Actually, we probably are going to move on from Josh Christopher. Also got Jayshawn Tate, somebody who might get replaced now that Kenyon Martin Jr. is no longer starting because of OG. He comes to the bench and probably takes away minutes from Jayshawn Tate. There's a lot of stuff that we need to figure out here, but it's a good problem to have. I feel like we have a good team here now. Usman Garuba went up 1. Ty Washington Jr. went up 1. Darius Days, I said not to bring him back, but I guess he found his way back onto the team. Whatever. But yeah, I think we have a nice group. We definitely still need to bring in some veterans to just provide a little bit more structure and identity to this team. But we can actually get into some more trades now. Let's go ahead and start season number 1 where we can get down to business. So honestly, man, the veteran I want to bring in is Dennis Schroeder. I think we need a nice backup point guard, and he could definitely be that. He's experienced, 30 years old, 77 overall, actually sitting here in free agency, and he's already familiar with Houston. He briefly spent some time here 2021, 22. So we're going to try to bring him back. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here. He's expecting 11.3. We do have the money for that, but I'm not looking to pay him that. Let's go ahead and knock this thing down to like a 9.99. We are going to do a 2-year deal with a team option on that 2nd year because I might want to bring him back. So let's go ahead and actually lower this just a little bit now that I'm thinking about it. We can get this down to 9.75. Cool. Dennis Schroeder, welcome to the team. And believe it or not, I think that's it, man. The starting lineup: Scoot Henderson, we got Jalen Green, OG Anunoby, Jabari Smith Jr., and Alperen Sengun. I think that's a really nice starting five. Off the bench, we got Austin Reeves, Kenya Martin Jr., Naz Reid, Tari Eason, and Dennis Schroeder rounding out our 10-man rotation. We didn't even find minutes for Jayshawn Tate and Josh Christopher, which I do feel a little bit bad about. Even guys like Usman Garuba. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, like I said, we just have so many young guys. This is going to lead into season number 2, that game plan I was saying. We need to start to trim some of this, man. We need to start to get rid of some of these guys. I think Josh Christopher is somebody who hopefully will progress just a little bit more by next season, and we'll move on from him. Same from Usman Garuba. But I think we're pretty much set with these guys in a rotation. I don't see any of them really falling out of it. So guys like Christopher, guys like Garuba, they might just be the odd man out there. So it is what it is, man. But I feel really good about this. Let's go ahead and just kind of shorten this rotation a little bit here and knock some of this down, because I want to get some more minutes for Scoot Henderson. I want to get some more minutes for OG Anunoby as well. And I definitely need some more for Alperen Sengun. So let me go ahead and do that. I don't need a whole lot of PT for Dennis Schroeder. He's mostly just there, you know, kind of trying to provide some leadership. So I'm cool with that. And then let's go ahead and give some more like that. And then just one less here for Jalen Green. Cool. All right, man, that is the squad. We only really made an off-season trade and then a free agency move here. But that's all we need to do. So let's go ahead and simulate the regular season and just see how it plays out. So we went 34-48 this season, actually a little bit better than I wanted, but it is what it is. Darius Garland gets MVP. Victor Wembanyama gets Rookie of the Year. I was kind of holding out hope that Scoot might get it, but he rarely does, man. Victor Wembanyama is a beast. Let's go ahead and see. Do we have anything here? Maybe Most Improved for Sengun? Nope, nothing. All right, that's totally fine. Let's come over here and see the All-NBA awards. We didn't get anything on the rookie teams. Come on, surely, right? There we go. All-rookie first team for Scoot Henderson. Makes sense. And that's pretty much going to do it there for us. So we did not make the playoffs, but that is totally fine. We didn't want to, as we are right here, the 12th spot. Actually, not horrible, man. Like I said, 34-48. Let's see. We had the 4th worst record in the West. And I'm trying to do quick math in my head, but there are 4 other teams worse than us. So we were like bottom 7 essentially in the entire league, which is totally fine by me. Should get a decent pick, which is nice. Let's go ahead and take a very quick look at the stats here to see what guys ended up doing. Our leading scorer, actually Jabari Smith Jr. What? That's crazy. 19-9. He was shooting the ball pretty well, about league average from deep. Let's go, Jabari. Scoot Henderson, not shooting it well, but still 18 points, 7 assists. He was dishing that thing, man. 2 steals. We round up around here. We like that, Scoot. Jalen Green taking a bit of a backseat role, now the 3rd leading scorer. I don't really know how he would handle that in real life, because I think he's kind of used to just shooting the ball whenever he wants. But in this instance, you know, we've got other options now, apparently. So yeah, 17 points, 4 assists. Assist to turnover ratio is still nice. So it seems like he's a little bit more disciplined, which is good. He's shooting the ball more efficiently as well. This is a good year for Jalen Green, man. This is a good year where, like we said, there are other options, and he's kind of having to learn to play within the team, which is really nice to see. Alperen Sengun, 14-9. That's also nice. Naz Reid, 10 points, 6 rebounds off the bench. I'm guessing the per 36 was nice. Yeah, 11 rebounds, so that's good to see. OG Anunoby, 2K doesn't really love him a whole lot, I'm not going to lie. But still, 10 points, 3 rebounds. Shot the ball horrendously from the floor, OG. Pretty much league average from deep, but yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. Hopefully, he was still contributing defensively. Tari Eason, I'm sure the same thing. But yeah, man, that's just a very quick look at the stats here. Again, we did not make the playoffs, so let's just go ahead and simulate this whole thing, man, and get straight to the offseason, heading into our 2nd year, where hopefully we will get a nice pick and some good player progression. That is the goal for this offseason. So it's the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors, a throwback to a few years ago where it seemed like they were facing each other every single year in the finals. Let's go ahead and see who wins this thing. It is the Cavs. All right, cool. So coming over here to the offseason, man, this is really what we care about, as I actually don't care about any of these guys retiring. That's totally fine by me. Let's go ahead and move on to the draft lottery, the moment of truth. What sort of pick are we going to get? Actually, what sort of odds do we have? So we're supposed to be the 6th pick via Brooklyn, and we have a 9.7% chance of the top pick. We're just going to go ahead and simulate it like this, just a very quick one, and we end up getting the 7th pick, so we drop down 1. That's totally fine. That's still a really nice pick here. Did we have anything else? I forgot to go ahead and look at this. As our pick went to the Thunder, it's supposed to go number 9. All right, cool. So 7th overall pick, man. I like it. Let's come over here to the draft. All right, guys. So I'm looking around at the mock draft, kind of just trying to see if there's a reason to move up. Sammy Flowers, that's who we're projected to get, and he's only supposed to be a starter. That's his ceiling and his floor, which is not good. Same for this guy as well. Let's see, Mitch Dean. Okay, Wes Unseld, all NBA potential. He's a 7'1" center out of Miami. I do really like Alperen Sengun. I think he's our guy at the 5, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to maybe get him. I'm not sure. James Worthy as well for Hall of Fame. Maurice Randolph. Again, I really like this position as well. Jabari Smith Jr., I think we're pretty much set with him as our small forward. But if I could get this guy off the bench, then hey, I wouldn't be mad at it. I think what we're going to do is just go ahead and simulate like the first maybe 3 picks and then maybe move up, just depending on who's still available. So let's go ahead and do that, man. Let's go ahead and see. Maurice Randolph ends up going 1st overall. Okay, cool. So Joey McCoy goes 2nd. Igor Klimov goes to number 3 here. Let's go ahead and do one more. Calbert Jackson. Okay, let's go ahead and check this out now. Who's still available? Is there that one guy that's center? I think I really want that guy, Mitch Dean, man. I think I do. That all NBA potential is really interesting to me. But I think we still have some time, so I don't think we have to move up just yet. Let's go ahead and just see really quickly, and there we go. I should have done it. Man, I sold that. And actually, there was a trade that just happened right there. Okay, so we're here at the 7th pick. I'm kind of mad at myself, not gonna lie. Here's Sammy Flowers, the guy who is just a starter. Yeah, we don't like that. Let's go ahead and see. Nothing to it here. Man, I'm mad at myself. I sold the bag, guys. I sold the bag big time. Sheldon Simpson out of Australia might be an all-star Pascal Siakam type. Bro, I'm not in love with any of these guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I guess we're just gonna go with Sheldon Simpson because I'm really just looking for potential, boom or bust type of thing, because I am pretty much good with the guys that I have already. So I'm really just looking for guys that maybe they'll turn into something. If not, then I'm perfectly fine with cutting ties with them. So we are gonna go with Sheldon Simpson here. And I guess that's gonna be our pick. Man, I'm really upset at myself. Let me go ahead and check out these overalls, because I'm going to be even more mad as, did we have another pick here? Oh yeah, this is in the 2nd round. Let's go ahead and simulate this. I don't care about our 2nd round pick. Where was the guy we missed out on? Actually, he was only 74. So that's totally fine. And we ended up getting a guy 74, 22 years old. I didn't notice that. This was an L. This was an L of a draft. Yeah, that's totally my bad. But whatever. I really do think we're good with the young core again. Our goal for the 2nd season is to trim down these young players. So we're definitely not bringing in any of these 2nd rounders. That's for sure. We will bring in Sheldon Simpson, I guess. And that's pretty much all there is to it, man. So team/player options. Jalen Green will accept. Alperen Sengun will accept. OG declines, which is a little bit scary. Hopefully he will come back. Jabari Smith Jr., yes. Tari Eason, cool. Dennis Schroeder, I think we're going to try to bring him back. Actually, no, we're going to decline it and just re-sign him for less money, because I think we can do that. Jayshawn Tate, we are going to bring him back. Can't let him go for nothing. Same for Garuba, Josh Christopher, Ty Washington. So cool, man. We need to bring back OG Anunoby, and we need to bring back Dennis Schroeder. That is the goal here. Qualifying offers, Kenyon Martin Jr. for sure. Darius Days, you're not going to sneak onto the team again, my boy. You're done. All right, let's come over here and find OG Anunoby. Where you at, my boy? There he is, unrestricted free agent, no offers, expecting about 29 M's, and he is not interested in negotiating with us. Are you kidding me, OG? That is so brutal, bro. Man, okay, well, we just took a big L because we just lost out on a guy that we gave up 2 first-round picks for, and Kevin Porter Jr. That's so tough, bro. That is actually really, really tough. Let's go ahead and see what else we can do here. We have some sort of money, right? Actually, we have a good amount of money. All right, let's go ahead and find a replacement to OG. Let's see what's out there. So we're going to try to snatch Devin Vassell from the Spurs. He's a restricted free agent. I highly doubt that they will let him walk, but we're going to throw him the bag, man. He's only expecting 24. We're going to give him about maybe like 27, 28, something like that here. Just trying to find that replacement small forward. I don't even really love the fit because he's only 6'5", which is not great for a small forward, but he can defend. So 3-year deal, 27 M's. There we go. We're going to offer that to Devin Vassell. Hopefully they will not match that. But let's go ahead and see what else is out there because we have 2 more offers. just trying to find a replacement, man, because OG Anunoby has done us dirty. At this point, we're just throwing a bag of guys. I doubt that any of them will actually be able to come to us because their teams will probably match it. But we're just trying. This is another undersized small forward in Isaac Okoro, but another guy who can defend really well. So we're good with that. Let's go ahead and offer him about the same thing that we did for Devin Vassell. This is an overpay. I'm fully aware of that. But I think this is realistic. If the Rockets were to lose out on OG Anunoby, they're going to have to throw a bag to somebody to try to replace that production. I'm deciding between Herb Jones and Jaden McDaniels, and I think I'm going to go with Jaden McDaniels. Let's go ahead and see what we can do for him. He's expecting about 17, so we're going to give him like pretty much 19 is what we're going to do here. Man, this is just not a good position to be in. I really wanted to keep OG Anunoby, so I'm really upset about that. But all right, let's go ahead and come over here, see what this is looking like. So Devin Vassell does agree. I kind of just want to see which ones won't get matched, but I guess we got to pick right now. We're going to try to go for Devin Vassell. I guess that's the game plan. We're also going to retain the rights to Kenyon Martin Jr. And yeah, we'll go ahead and pick up Dennis Schroeder later on here. So let's go ahead and see, are the Spurs going to match it? Let's see. It doesn't look like they will. Devin Vassell is coming to the team. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't the perfect offseason, but hey, we got a replacement for OG Anunoby, so that's nice. And we are going to try to bring in Dennis Schroeder, who is now only expecting about 6.5. That's exactly why we did not accept his team option. So we're going to go ahead and do a $5 million deal, actually 4.99, because I'm petty. We'll make it a 1-year deal. And yeah, we'll just roll with that, man. So that is the squad. That is the squad here. Let's go ahead and check out player progression. So we have a lot of green arrows, man. A lot of them things. Actually, not a single red arrow in terms of overall here. So that's really good. Jalen Green up 2 to a 90. Jabari Smith Jr. an 86. He went up 4. Alperen Sengun up 1 to an 85. Scoot Henderson up 5 to an 84. Devin Vassell up 1. All of these guys up 1 essentially. Although Usman Garuba did go up by 2. Same for Ty Washington. Yeah, man. A lot of progression, which is really nice. Guys are even getting better defensively. Jalen Green is now A- for perimeter defense. That is really good. Scoot Henderson an A. So it looks like we should have some good defense in the backcourt. And of course, we also brought in Devin Vassell, who's an A. He will be our small forward. And I'm pretty sure his overall will go up a little bit once we move him to the 3 officially. So this is good. We managed to make the best of a very, very interesting second off season. But let's go into year 2 and just see what it's looking like. So Devin Vassell did go up 1 to an 85 once we made him a small forward. That's nice. Now it's looking like Scoot Henderson, Jalen Green, Devin Vassell, Jabari Smith Jr. and Alperen Sengun as our starting lineup. Honestly, just as good as OG Anunoby at this point overall wise. So it is what it is. I really would have liked to have kept OG, but oh well. Off the bench, we got Kenyon Martin Jr., Austin Reeves, Tari Eason, and Naz Reid. Actually, all of them are 80 overalls now. That's pretty cool. And then we are going to roll with Dennis Schroeder as our 10th man, just for that guard play, veteran leadership, all of that, instead of Jae'Sean Tate, who is older. But yeah, we do need to try to trim this down, man. Jae'Sean Tate, Josh Christopher, Usman Garuba, maybe even Ty Washington. These are guys that we might have to move on from just because they're sitting here on the bench not getting minutes. So let's go ahead and just see what we can do, man. I don't really know what I want to upgrade just yet, but let's go ahead and see what's out there. All right, guys, so we're actually going to try to upgrade our backup point guard. I know right now that's Dennis Schroeder. We love the veteran leadership, all of that, but he can still do that off the bench without getting any sort of minutes. So we're going to go after Spencer Dinwiddie, which is an upgrade. He's an 82 overall, and yeah, he's a vet, man. 31 years old. He's been around the block, and the Brooklyn Nets definitely don't need him. I think they would jump at the chance to get Josh Christopher because he can be a point guard for them, and they desperately need that. Yeah, they really do. So I think this is a good move for them, man. We're also giving them Jae'Sean Tate to make the money match. Again, 2 guys that we really don't need. They've just been sitting here, and I want them to go out there and do something else. You know, I want them to have the opportunity to play. So we're going to try to make this trade happen. I think they should accept this right away. There we go. Spencer Dinwiddie, welcome to the team. So I don't even know if I mentioned this, but I do limit myself to 3 trades per regular season, 2 trades per off season. I've got 2 more moves that I'm able to do here, and I'm just looking to bring in some veterans. They're not going to get minutes, but they're just going to provide some veteran leadership. I don't really think this matters in 2K, but in real life, this is what I'd be looking to do if I were the Houston Rockets. So Royce O'Neal, this is somebody who's 31 years old, a vet. I think every team would love to have a guy like him, and we're going to get him for a veteran minimum. So cool. Royce O'Neal, welcome to the team. I like it, man. And what I like even more is this rotation. I think we've got a good one. Scoot Henderson, Jalen Green, Devin Vassell, Jabari Smith Jr., and Alperen Sengun. I think this is a really nice starting five, possibly capable of competing this season. We will see. But we also got Kenyon Martin Jr., Spencer Dinwiddie, Austin Reeves, Tari Eason, and Naz Reid off the bench. That's our 10-man rotation. We're not giving any minutes to Dennis Schroeder. Same for Usman Garuba and Ty Washington. Also Sheldon Simpson, the 22-year-old that I wish I didn't draft. And then Royce O'Neal as well. So that's the team, man. Are we going to be competitive? I don't know. Let's go ahead and find out as we simulate this regular season and just see what it's looking like. Alrighty guys, so I'm not gonna lie, I stepped out of the room. I don't know what our record is, but let's go ahead and find out together here. Luka Doncic gets MVP. Joey McCoy gets Rookie of the Year. I remember the name there. He's somebody that we just narrowly missed out on. Is there anything here that we care about? It does not look like it. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and move on. Did we get any sort of awards? I'm not expecting us to. Let's go ahead and see. Nothing on the all rookie teams. That makes sense. We didn't give any minutes to our guys. So cool. We are the #1 seed. Okay. What's the record looking like? 60-22. I shouldn't be too surprised. For those who watch my realistic rebuilds, or really any rebuild in 2K here on YouTube, you guys will see the Rockets tend to get favored a lot just a year or two into the future. 2K seems to like them a lot. So, hey, it's working out in our favor right now. I'm not mad at it as we are 60-22, man. We like to see it. We're not the best team in the league, though. Boston Celtics 61-21 and the Atlanta Hawks 63-19. Pretty much the same team. This is another squad that 2K really seems to love. The Celtics make sense. The Hawks, it does not, but oh well. Let's go ahead and check out the stats here, see what the boys are doing. Our leading scorer, Jabari Smith Jr., that's still crazy to me. 22 points, 9 rebounds. We like to see it, bro. Shooting 41.8%. Talk to me, but talk to me nice. Let's go, man. That's really good. Jalen Green, 45.6%. He is shooting crazy efficiently, man. Discipline, structure. We like to see it. 19 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. We round up around here. Let's go. Scoot Henderson, 19 points as well. 5 boards, 8 assists. Okay, man. The boys are hooping right now. Yeah, I feel great about our chances. Spencer Dinwiddie, a nice little boost off the bench. Devin Vassell, similar to OG Anunoby. I don't think his production really gets shown in 2K, but that's totally fine. And yeah, man, this is a really good start. But we got to win some playoff games. We definitely do. So do I want to shorten the rotation right away? I don't think I want to. Let's go ahead and just see who we're going up against. It's the San Antonio Spurs. We took Devin Vassell from them. And they have Brandon Miller, so that actually explains why they let him go. They also got Lonzo Ball. Okay, Malachi Brandon, Jeremy Sochan, and Nicholas Claxton also in the mix. This is a really good team, bro. I'm shortening the rotation right now because I'm not even going to risk it, man. I'm not even going to risk it. So let's go to make this a 9-man rotation here. They want to start Spencer Dinwiddie over Scoot Henderson. Bro, if you don't stop, let's knock this thing down here. Yeah, we're going to make this, it already is 9-man rotation. Taking away minutes from Kenyon Martin Jr. I don't love it, but I think that's the best decision right now. We might need him for like our small forward, but I think Tari Eason can do that. He can defend really well, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, let's give some more minutes to the guys, man. We need to give a whole lot more to Scoot Henderson and Jalen Green. That is for sure. So how are we going to do that? We're going to take away a little bit of minutes here. I don't like to do it because I like all of these guys, honestly. But these are the top guys, man. They need more minutes. Sengun needs to be in the 30 range for sure. And I think I feel pretty good about this, man. We're going to give just a little bit more here. Cool. So let's go ahead and simulate this game by game. We win the first one. Nice. We win the second one. Okay. Third one. Is it going to be a clean sweep? It is. Let's go, man. Utah Jazz. Who y'all got? So they have Colin Sexton, Nick Smith Jr., Ochai Agbaji, Kristaps Porzingis now, and Walker Kessler. What a duo in the front court. That's a lot of size, man. That is a lot of size, but let's go ahead and see if we can beat them here. We lose the first game. Okay, there we go. We bounce back. Let's bounce back, boys. 2-1. Let's go. Let's go up 3-1. Let's end it right here. There we go. Now we're going up against the Golden State Warriors. Who do y'all have on the squad, man? They got Jordan Poole, Stephen Curry, Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, and now Charles Bassey down low at the 5. All right, let's go ahead and simulate this game by game as well. We win the first one, the second one, the third one. And okay, I thought we were going to sweep them right there, but there we go. The Houston Rockets are in the NBA Finals, and Jabari Smith Jr., Western Conference Finals MVP. We like to see it. Now we're going up against the Boston Celtics, and this is scary. Yeah, Malcolm Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Patrick Williams now. Didn't even see that earlier. And then Robert Williams III. Okay. I don't like our chances, but 2K does love the Houston Rockets, and we win the first game. The second game, okay, let me not get too ahead of myself, but 3-1, Houston! Let's go, man. The Houston Rockets have won a title in year 2. Is it realistic? Probably not. I feel like all the moves we made were realistic. It's just that, hey, 2K loves the Rockets. I can't help it, man. But Scoot Henderson, 20 points per game, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals. Let's go, man. He was even shooting league average from deep, just a little bit above it, which he doesn't do a whole lot of, as you can see here. So yeah, man, great performance by him and great performance by the boys as we have won a title in the second season. We got one more year to go here because we do a minimum of 3 seasons, but there's not really a whole lot of pressure now. Really, all we're looking to do is just try to go back to back. So let's go ahead and check out the draft lottery here. I don't think we have a pick, but I'm not entirely sure. Is actually wait, the Rockets via Brooklyn, is that a thing? We have the 5th pick. I know it's from the James Harden trade, but let me go ahead and see if there's any sort of protections because 2K isn't a perfect game. Let me do some research. So from what I'm seeing, the James Harden trade, the Rockets got the 2022, 2024, and 2026 first round picks from the Nets. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm seeing. Either way, I don't think it really matters because this is our last year. So I am just going to make the selection. I'm not going to trade it to get like a crazy good player, anything like that, because again, I'm not entirely sure if we're supposed to have this or not. You guys can let me know in the comments down below, but I'm not a pick expert. So we're just going to go ahead and make the selection, and the guy probably won't even get minutes for us this season, you know, because we've got a pretty good rotation right now. So let's go ahead and do this here. There's Grant James, not related to LeBron James, as you can see there. Aaron Madison is a shooting guard, 6'6", all-star potential. This guy, though, is all-NBA, Alonzo Mourning. So let's go ahead and just go with him, I guess. We didn't get a center last time around. I missed out on, what was that guy's name? I don't remember. The guy from Miami. But this guy's 6'10". He's 21 years old. Let's go ahead and get him, man. So, again, not even going to play, which is totally fine by me. So let's go ahead and find out what his overall is just because I'm curious. He ended up being a 76 overall. W, I guess. So let's move over here to team/player options. We got to bring back Jabari Smith Jr., Scoot Henderson, Tari Eason, Ty Washington. I think it's time to pay Jalen Green, I'm pretty sure, which I'm a little bit worried about. And no, okay, we can give him the qualifying offer, which is nice, along with these guys as well, Sengun and Garuba. Yeah, we're looking to pretty much just bring guys back. That's essentially the goal here. Let's come over here to free agency and just see who we got to sign. Sengun's expected to get an offer from the Nets. Jalen Green expected to get an offer from the Clippers. Yeah, we saw this happening. We knew that this was going to happen. And of course, we are going to match it. We are also going to bring back Usman Garuba, Dennis Schroeder. I know they keep saying that we shouldn't, but I'm going to try it, man. I don't know what the cap situation looks like, but I'm going to try. So let's go to move on to player progression, see what it's looking like. So unfortunately, the only guy we didn't have money for was Kenyon Martin Jr. I probably should have not brought back like Usman Garuba. I don't know if it would have made a difference salary cap wise. I apologize for that. But it is what it is. So looking at player progression, man, Jalen Green, 93 overall, went up 3. Jabari Smith Jr. went up 3. He's an 89. Scoot Henderson went up 5. He's an 89. Yeah, man, this team is really, really nice. I think we built this team really well here. So let's go ahead and move on to the 3rd and final season and just see if we can repeat. So guys, I don't want this to sound like I'm just taking the lazy route here for this 3rd season, but I don't think I need to make any sort of moves. Scoot Henderson, Jalen Green, Devin Vassell, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Sengun, same starting lineup. I don't want to make any sort of changes. Off the bench, we got Spencer Dinwiddie, Austin Reeves, Tari Eason, Naz Reid, and we are going to give some minutes in the regular season to Sheldon Simpson. This is essentially the guy replacing Kenyon Martin Jr. Because he could play the 3 or the 4 for us. And Kenyon Martin was actually not even getting minutes when we shortened our rotation in the playoffs. So I don't think it's a huge deal. I think we're set, man. I really do think we're set to win another championship. Let's go ahead and see if we can do it. Alright guys, so we went 62-60, another really good regular season. Luka Doncic wins MVP, Antonio Rose Rookie of the Year. Does any of this concern us? It doesn't look like it does. And never mind. Steven Silas, coach of the year. You know, I was actually thinking about firing him after the first season because, again, we were trying to get some more structure. Maybe a new head coach would have helped. I ended up just keeping him, and now he's getting coach of the year. So shout out to him. Zach Hudson, our exec, also gets executive of the year. Nice, man. All right, let's go to move on to the all NBA teams. Do we have anything here? It doesn't look like we do for the all NBA teams. That's fine. All defensive teams, any sort of love being shown here? Doesn't look like it. But it is what it is, man. I'm not mad at it. As we go ahead and advance here, we are the #1 seed. Do we have the best record in the league? I'd imagine so, right? If we got coach of the year and exec of the year, 62-20, like we said. Yeah, best record. Second best team was the Dallas Mavericks. And bro, look at our division, man. The top 3 teams in the Western Conference are all in the Southwest Division. The Rockets, the Mavericks, and the Spurs are all here. That's crazy. That's actually crazy right now. But yeah, the Mavericks, second best team. Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Aaron Gordon, Jared Vanderbilt, and Kevon Looney. That's a really interesting squad. If you guys want to see a realistic rebuild of the Dallas Mavericks, by the way, that should be popping up here. I just did that actually as I'm recording this tonight. I posted it today on Saturday. Your boy's on his grind, man. I normally don't post on the weekends, but I'm out here just trying to give y'all some extra content because I did miss a day or two last week. But hey, man, I'm trying my best out here, so if you guys could leave a like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But anyways, that's enough plugging away. Like we said, best record in the league. Let's go ahead and take a very quick look at the stats here, just see what that is looking like. Our leading scorer, still Jabari Smith Jr., but it's really a 3-headed monster, man. We have 3 20 points per game scores in Jabari Smith Jr., Jalen Green, and Scoot Henderson. We like to see it, man. Even Alperen Sengun contributing on the glass, 9.6 boards. That's nice. I was about to round up to 14 points per game, but it's 13.4. I can't do it, bro. We normally round up around here, but I can't do it. Shooting, man, we're shooting the ball really well. Even Sengun above league average. Is that for the first time in his career? Yeah, it is. Yeah, so we've got shooters, man. We've also got some good production off the bench. Guys like Tari Eason, guys like Spencer Dinwiddie, Naz Reid, Austin Reeves. Yeah, man, we should be able to compete for a title here. Let's go ahead and see who we're going up against. It is going to be the Golden State Warriors. We faced them last year. We're facing them again. They got Steph Curry. They don't have Jordan Poole anymore. Now it's Ricky Council IV out of Arkansas. Shout out to him. Had a really good run this past NCAA tournament. Also got Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, and Precious Achiuwa down low. Okay, interesting. Do I got to shorten the rotation? I don't think we do right now. Let's go ahead and take this game by game. We win the first one, the second one, the third one, and there it is. Okay, cool. So now we're going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Who do y'all have on the squad? Fred VanVleet, no longer on the Raptors. Interesting. Derek Whitehead, LeBron James, still kicking, Jalen Smith, and Anthony Davis. Out of respect for LeBron James, I am going to shorten this rotation here. Let's go ahead and make this a 9-man. What is that going to do here for the minutes? Let's see. Garuba ends up losing minutes, I guess. Who else was losing minutes here? Yeah, Simpson. That's totally fine. This is what would have happened with Kenya Martin Jr. either way, so it's all good here. I kind of want to give some more minutes to, I guess, like Alperen Sengun. I just want to get him up to 30, bro. I don't think that's asking too much. Actually, we're going to make it 32, and we're going to kind of just do it like this here. A couple more minutes for Scoot Henderson. Actually, just one more because I want to give some to Jabari Smith Jr. as well. And I think that's it. So let's go ahead and simulate this game by game. We win the first game. We win the second game. I probably didn't have to make any changes. It was just out of respect for King James. But on to the next round, man. Going up against the Utah Jazz, the number 6 seed. Who did they got? They got Lonzo Ball, Nick Smith Jr., Ochai Agbaji, Kristaps Porzingis, and Walker Kessler. I think the same team as last time. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember if they had Lonzo Ball or not, but either way, this is a good squad. Let's go ahead and take this game by game. We win the first game. We lose the second game. Lose the third game. Okay, there we go. Okay, come on, boys. Let's get this. 3-2. And here we are in the NBA Finals going up against, it's the Atlanta Hawks, as we saw Alperen Sengun, Western Conference Finals MVP. Let's go ahead and see who the Hawks have, man. Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, AJ Griffin, Taylor Hendricks, and Luke Cornett, bro. 2K needs to stop, dog. 2K needs to stop showing this much love to the Hawks. Now, granted, also I realize it's been showing a lot of love to the Rockets. But still, man, this is crazy. I still think we should win this series. Let's go ahead and see it. We win the first game. We win the second game. The third game. Okay, we lose that one. That's fine. But then we win that one. Houston, man, back-to-back titles. I don't know if I've done that in any of these realistic rebuilds. So shout out to the Rockets and shout out to Jabari Smith Jr. That was the game changer. He developed into an absolute star. 30 points per game, 9 rebounds. I want to round up, but I can't do it. Either way, insane performance, man. 49.1% from deep. Yeah, man, he's enthused. I'm enthused. This is a great rebuild, man. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. 80% of y'all watching these videos are not subscribed, so if you could hit that button, it'd really mean a lot to me, man, as I continue to try to grow this channel. This has been 2KJ. Blessings.